by the Lee River, which also is a popular place to hang out by both tourists and locals. There are multiple ways to get around the river, from shallow water to ferries to fast boats. If you are just sightseeing around the city, I would recommend slow ferries instead of fast-pacing boats to give you some time to shoot and chill the sceneries. If you really wish to see some riverside sceneries which are truly beautiful, you should head out of town the next town with a riverboat, and to be sure you should head down along the river and not up, because otherwise you will be stuck for a long time on the riverboat. Guilin is well known for its noodles and very spicy food. Eating in China is generally always an experience, and Guilin makes no exception in that. China is one of the oldest cultures in the world, and thus its culinary traditions go deep and cover a vast diversity of flavors and styles. One of my personal favorites in Guilin, apart from the spicy stuff, was the style of serving breakfast noodles, very customizable. When you're ordering meat in China, sometimes when you're ordering by selecting living animals, you are required to sign the killing of your meat. So if you're a carnivore exploring in Chinese kitchen, you should know it. If you are going to stay in the area but want to head out of the city of Guilin, I would recommend to head down the river to the small city of Yangshu. The route can partly be traveled by bus, but the easiest way definitely is to travel with a shallow water riverboat. Apart from being a new experience, you will also witness some Chinese countryside and interesting sceneries. There are some totally isolated tribes by the river, which have lately gained a lot by the invading tourist hordes, which flow through the river like zombies in Call of Duty. The trip itself takes roughly 3 hours and hosts sceneries which are totally unreal. Yangshu is a very small city. It is a city filled with culture and astonishing sceneries. It is also a host in preserving old traditions and upholding Chinese traditional culture. One of the most memorable traditions was the way of training birds to dive fish from the river. Locals prevented the birds of swallowing the fish by tying a tight rope around the bird's neck and then forcing the fish back out of the bird's mouth. As a cultural pivot point, Yangshu hosts spectacular shows with amazing sceneries that compare to the quality of the directors, at least when matched by the renownedness. The very small but yet crowded downtown area of Yangshu feels almost as unreal as everything else around that area. It has a lot of quite western places to hang out, but one thing is common. Even in McDonald's you have quite the scenery to view. Yangshu was a trade post for western travelers a long time ago, and it can still be clearly seen in the cityscape. There are a lot of western brands visible in the very small isolated village. One quite hilarious sight was a random Jew wandering on the streets, probably admiring the surroundings of his next diamond shop.